right, what's up, everybody? I'm hoping my sound's better from last time when Hypnos was on. I'm definitely not getting the feedback, so that's good. Say something to Juice. Let's see how good you
Yo,
sound.
yo, yo, what's going on?
Let us know how we sound. You want to call you? You want to go by the Juice Man, or what do you want to go by for the stream?
Oh, just Charles or Juice, man, whatever y'all remember.
I like the Juice. Sounds good. Sounds good. Hypnos said we sound good. All right, that's good. Sounds good. Smack said sounds good. All right. No feedback. Hypnos, I think the reason it was the feedback was because of the USB port. I think that's what it was. So good looking out, dude. So all right, let's see who's in here. I'll say what's up first. We got Big Ben. What's up, Big Ben? King Keek, Smags. I thought I saw Oily in here. Lambo, what's up? SSH Drones, what's up? Yeah, Oily, what's
Death
up?
in the house, what up?
Um, all right, well, if you guys don't know, this is the Juice Man or Charles, whatever you guys want to call him. I like the Juice. Uh,
Either one works.
dude, I didn't know you were Instagram and YouTube or Instagram and TikTok famous.
Oh, no.
When I went to message you, I was like, "You got 25K." I was like, "Man, he probably ain't even going to answer my message. He's so famous."
Nah, man. Yeah. Nah, dude. I mean, that almost happened overnight. I went from like 1,000 to like, I woke up the next day and like 20K. I was like, oh shit.
What? How'd that
Yeah.
happen?
I had a viral video, one of my drift chasing videos. It got it's at like 4.5 million, and then I mean, off of that one video alone, I got like 20K followers.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's just like, oh snap, yeah. The inbox was usually I try to answer to everybody, but it was just like, man, this is overwhelming. It was like every hour it'd be like 100 messages. I'm like, yeah, I can't keep up with this.
Shit, I guess I got lucky and had a connection. So, uh, yeah, I was like, dang, you ain't even gonna see my message with 25K.
Yeah, I mean it's slowed down now, but it now it's just, and I've been trying to find new creative ways to kind of want to just switch it up as far as FPV content goes. It's a lot of the same, I feel like, when it comes to FPV these days. So I'm just trying to find ways to make it a little more interesting. So I've been playing around with a lot of my most recent stuff.
I'm liking your new stuff, man. I like how you interact with the camera, and then like you had somebody helping you what yesterday about the props.
Oh
That was
yeah, yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Was that did you? How many takes did that take? Two or three?
That was like 2 or 3 takes because she still fumbled with her lines, but I was like, we'll just use it anyways. It works. Sounds
Yeah,
natural.
yeah.
But
That was a good
yeah, that
one.
took like 2, 3 takes. But yeah, just trying to make it a little more fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool, man. So what you got a viral video? How many millions did you say? 4.5 million views.
Yeah, on Instagram it's 4.5 million views. On TikTok it's like 3 point something million views. But but it's the same video. It's just it took off on both platforms almost at the same time. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Smags is saying my volume's a little low. Let me see. Is that better, Smags? I turned it up some. I don't want to turn it up too much, so I don't know if that's where the feedback was coming last time. So when you made that video, did you know it was going to be viral? Obviously, you probably didn't, but did you already
No,
think it?
no, not at all. It was like, I mean, I remember it was we were at Mid Pond doing some drone chase, well, chasing drift cars at Mid Pond, and then I was like, instead of doing any kind of stick cam, let me just get that third person camera, set it up, and just chase a few cars, and then it all kind of came together on that one because I just put a fresh pack on it, sent it out, and that car was coming through, and everything just kind of worked out perfectly. And then I did like a split cam on it, and then afterwards it jumps to just full screen of just chasing the car. So I don't know. I think it was just one of those lucky ones. You know what I mean? I probably will never be able to repeat that.
I mean, you got a following now though, so you're good to keep them happy, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. So sometimes I feel that pressure. Like, sometimes there's days you're not really feeling it, but I'm just like, I guess I got to put something out. I got to throw something together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've
Because
been.
I'm,
I like your new style though. How you've been. Like, I think it's cool, man. Like, that's one thing I struggle with, like Instagram, TikTok, is like I just put flying stuff on there, and then like with YouTube, like I really enjoy interacting and being in front of the camera. But I
hmm
I need to be how you're doing with Instagram, TikTok. I like the getting to know the person. Like you kind of know
yeah,
somebody if you
yeah.
see them.
Because that's what I kind of, what something I just noticed, like all the FPV pilots who have a huge following is just, like, think of like Ladrib, for instance. You know, one thing I noticed about him, and I don't know if you ever seen, his stuff, like how many followers I
Yeah,
mean, he ridiculous, as far as that goes. But when you look at his content, it's a lot of what I realized with him. His appeal is that people can connect with the pilot. You know, what I mean, we all know, we remember Drib's, eyeshadow fade. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's kind of like he does that vlogging style where he kind of keeps you in the loop as to what's going on, and that's when it kind of dawned on me, because like my favorite pilots just on skill alone, don't really have a big following. You know what I mean?
Well, Drib, he was the first. That was the first FPV channel I found.
Yeah,
So, because I flew Spectrum when I first started flying FPV, I had a Spectrum radio, which I thought that was a good thing, but it
yeah.
wasn't. But he was like one of the biggest name people to fly Spectrum. So like when I started looking stuff up, I found his channel.
Oh, lost lost you there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, I hear you. Okay, cool. No, but yeah, Drib was like Drib's. You know that when he's flying at the underground, or I think that's what the video's called, underground. Like dun, 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 dun. His freestyle video.
Yeah.
Like, well, that one, that's kind of what introduced me to FP. Like when I saw that, I was like, man, I want to do that. How do I get? How do I do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Now I was drawn to flow pilots more than super fast rates and crazy flippy floppies. I've always liked the flow guys.
I always enjoyed him like when I first started because I really did. I like the vlogging part and stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of realized is like I gotta make the effort to kind of just connect with the audience. You know what I mean? Just be try to respond, help people out, help. Like I get a lot of DMs where it comes to people just trying to get started, so I try to send them in the right direction, kind of like what to look for. You know, I mean, everybody on like my setup is so I try to go through all that, and then it just made me realize it's just, I mean, it's important to do this part. You know what I mean? Where you're just talking to to the followers, people who hit that like button for you, man. It's the least you can do.
Yo, what's up, King Keek MFR? They just came in. Speaking of your gear, what gear do you use? Like, what do you fly with?
Oh well, I'm Quad Mula out. Quad Mula is one of my sponsors. Big ups, thank you, Quad Mula. Help keep me in the air. But yeah, Quad Mula frames, SF5, and then mini in the full size. All my quads are on Kiss Ultra V2 now. ESCs, I still run BL Heli 32 ESCs. I don't run Kiss ESCs. Yeah, everything actually right now is on the Fox Ear Reaper. They have the 20 by 20s. So the Quad Mula 5-inch mini runs a 20 by 20 setup. So, and I have only one full size Quad Mula frame. So that's running the 30 by 30. But yeah, so that's running the full size Fox Ear Reaper. All the other ones run the mini. Um, as far as goggles, DJI V2 goggles, I don't know my goggles. Well, I still love those goggles. Oh yeah. I mean, I've tried like the goggles too, but yeah, DJI V2s. I've tried the goggles too, and I don't know. I prefer the V2. I like the bigger windows.
Yeah, I switched to the Integras. I had the V2s. Well, I had the V1s, then the V2s, and then the Integras. It was kind of weird going to the smaller screen, but I like how light they are, man. Like you can just put them up on your forehead. If
Yeah,
you, but that's the reason I like the Integras the best is just the weight. But I did like the bigger picture of the V2s.
yeah, yeah, and that's a big part for me because it just feels more immersive. It makes me like I'm really in that quad, you know. And I like my antenna setup, and then also too, it's just like that lower latency because the Integras, I know they're 1080p, but on the O3 limited to the 720 is actually, I think you get the lowest latency out of the O3 with that setup, as far as from my understanding.
Yeah, I only have 103, and I recently just got it. It might have been maybe a month ago. So I switched to the Integras, but then kept my. I was still flying the with the Vista. So the latency didn't bother me too much. I don't know what it is, how much more different it is, but
Hmm.
I mean I don't fly super crazy anyway.
you
So
you had that one. That's kind of what motivated one of my videos where you kind of hit that gap backwards. I mean, I was like, yeah, that's fire.
so that's cool, man.
Is
uh,
one of yours from I think probably about a month ago now?
yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that was
It
my
was like
most.
you flip inverted and then you come in through you hit the gap like backwards. You don't remember?
I'm trying to think which one was. Was it at that school?
Yeah, yeah. It looks like you're right by some like awnings. It looked like the gap was like into some awnings, I believe.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I'll go back and look. I think I know what you're talking about though. Yeah, I was pumped when
Yeah,
I hit. When I went there for that. I think is if it's what I'm thinking of. The whole reason I went there was to try that, and I got it. And I was like, I wrecked like once or twice trying it, and I got it the
yeah.
second and third time, and I was pumped. And then I hit it again, and it wasn't as smooth. But yeah,
Oh,
I know what you're talking about. I think.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I was like, that's fire. And I don't know. Sometimes because have honestly I haven't been flying as much freestyle as I'd say maybe I used to maybe like 6 months ago. So I've been trying to find new ways to get motivated to watch trying to take in more like watching more freestyle content to just find some inspiration. Like, oh, I got to step it up. This is wild. I got to go try something like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Uh, that definitely, man. Like whenever you're new, man, that's all you do is like, or that me and most people I talked to, like we watched all FPV and just kept watching FPV videos. Then like you get into it, then you kind of get away from it. But I get what
Yeah,
you're talking about, man. About like I didn't watch hardly any FPV videos unless I knew the person for like
yeah, yeah,
probably a year or maybe longer. And then man, then I got into I'm like, man, I need to go like I want people to watch my stuff and
yeah.
so I'm like I gotta go be supportive, and then like when I go like reaching out and like looking for stuff, well then that does motivate you. Plus I found like really good people to watch,
Hmm.
so
Yeah, and it helps. Like I said, you get that inspiration and be like, man, I got to go harder. I got to take more chances. You know?
yeah, like you'll see somebody instead of just going like right through a gap straight, they'll do something crazy, but like crazy, and then you're just like, man, what? I never would have thought to try that.
Yeah, yeah, right.
I
So it's
know
just
it just hit me what you're talking about that I did. Um, Yeah, I know. I went to that place I did that at. I tried it like 20 times the first time, and then
hmm.
I ended up breaking both my 5 inches I took, and then I went
Oh
back
man.
like the second time, and almost hit it the first time, and then hit it the second time, and then almost got it the third time, but I didn't get it the third time. But I was pumped.
Yeah, yeah. It was a half Matty, right? You half
Yeah,
Mattied into.
yeah. I know what it is now. I was thinking something else, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, okay.
That cost me 2 stacks trying it the first time.
Oh man. Well, it was dope. It was. I mean, the end product was dope, though.
Yeah, oh, it was worth it, man. Definitely worth it. What's up, MFR? I don't know if I said what's up to you. Um, uh, do you ever watch Big Oily Guy? Check out his videos. He does some really good vlogs. I love he puts his videos out every Friday night.
Oh, big. Which one? Big. Oh, big oldie guy. You said.
Big Oily Guy, yeah, he's in the chat.
I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, he does really good vlogs. Are funny. He's like the bando king. He goes to every bando in the freaking United States, I think.
Haven't had a good bando rip in a while.
Oh, Willie, how many bandos have you been to? 50? 100? I think he's still in there or in here. Um, so how long have you been flying?
Um, Going on 2.5 years now.
Oh, that's impressive, man. I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say like four or something, five.
Oh, nah, dude. Yeah. Yep. Just about to hit 2.5 years. Yep.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good then, man.
Dude, it was straight addiction at first, man. It was just, I don't know, I was getting packs in, bro. Early on, I was going through packs, building quad. Like I learned how to build and repair quads. I think better, like first, um, before I got actually good at flying. I was more confident with just being able to work on these things. Because I built my first FPV drone. I thought that's the only option we had. So I was just like, all right, let me watch this YouTube video and see if I can figure this out.
So like, what did you just like see a random video? And you're like, I want to get into FPV. Is that how it started, or?
Well, so all right, so for Christmas, I got my girl gave me a DJI Mini 3 drone, and that's like the first drone I ever kind of played around with, and I was just like, and it was I was like, okay, cool. I tried it out, kind of flying around the neighborhood, but they're limited to like 35 miles an hour. You can't roll, it's just and then I was just like, man, and then I was thinking, it's like I swear I've seen videos of drones flipping. This thing, is there a hack I can do on this thing to let me make it flip, and then through Googling and YouTube, it just sent me to FPV. It's like what you're looking for is an FPV drone, and I was just like, oh, okay. Landed on like a Bardwell video, or yeah, as far as like one of those step by step. Oscar Liang actually online. I was just like, these are the parts I need. I remember being super stressed out when it came to the ESC because I was so confused about like individual ESCs or 401s. I didn't know anything, so I was just like, I don't understand this difference. So I just took a chance. Man, my first quad. I wish I still had pictures of it. No, I probably do, but on the SD card somewhere. But dude, it had like the Mr. Croc frame with like a Gep RC 20 by 20 stack. So it had this huge 5-inch frame with a tiny stack in it. It just, I mean, the quad made no sense, man. But that first time when I armed it and it flew and it took off and it actually worked, man, I was hooked right away. I was like, I cannot believe this thing works.
That's crazy. You built your first one. I started with a tiny whoop. It was actually a brushed tiny whoop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's I didn't build one forever, man. I bet I was flying for a year before I built one, maybe longer.
Oh really?
I mean, I'd fix them like if I broke something, but as far as building one, I'd been into it for a while, and when I went to build one, man, I was nervous. Just like it seemed like now, like if you go to buy parts for one, it seems easy, but like
Yeah.
then, man, I was like, oh my god, what is this? And then you get your flight controller, and there's all those
Yeah.
freaking pads to solder to, and you're like, which
Yeah.
one do I need? You
Dude,
know,
my first solder, I mean, I'm looking at ESCs. My first soldering jobs are embarrassing. I was like, it's on there, it works. I was super
yeah.
proud, but it was god awful.
Every time you crash, you're like praying a wire didn't rip off.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, every time I crashed, something went wrong for sure. On those early builds, yeah, it was, I just knew when I went to go grab my quads, I mean, I might have to open it up and do something to it. That was like a guarantee.
What's up, Tech? Yeah, man. Like I used to enjoy when I'd build one and then crash, and go pick it up and nothing like a wire wasn't off of it. Like
Yeah.
I felt so good. I felt accomplished.
You're
That's
like,
what.
oh yeah, yeah, today's a good day.
Yep.
My
That's what.
bills are better. I
Yeah.
used I'm thinking now, as far as 5-inch freestyle quads, I've only had one bind and fly. All my other quads I've built. And I had a Nazgul for a little while.
Man, when
And then
I had a I had a Blade. It was called a Blade Theory. It was had an F3 flight controller in it. That was my first 5 inch.
And how long you been flying?
Like a little over 5 years.
Okay.
So when I
Yeah, so
start,
you go back to the you got the I hear those old quads were just didn't fly well at all.
yeah, I mean I wasn't in like the OG part, but an F3 was definitely. I remember when like Betaflight announced that they weren't going to support F3 flight controllers anymore, and people were like, "Oh my god!" But like I didn't even know what was going on. I'm like, "What's an F3?" Like I didn't even know at the time that I had one. I was like, "Why is people freaking out? I don't get it." But I end up crashing it in water, and it didn't work, so I didn't have to worry. I didn't have to worry about.
The transition.
Yeah,
Yeah, when I came into it, it was already F7s on everything, and then my buddy told me I should try Kiss, and then from there, I mean, I haven't every now well when Beta Flight releases a new like a update, I always throw a quad together or just throw like a Beta flight controller on something just to see. All right, let's see how it feels. But I haven't really flown a Beta Flight quad in at least a year. It's been either FedTech or Kiss.
I flew. I flew Kiss when the Kiss V2 first came out. I well, actually had Kiss V1. Then when V2 came out, I flew it for a while. But back then, I think it's different now. Back then, man, like they would always be out of stock. And then like if they came in, like I would always feel like I'd have to buy one just so I'd
Oh
have
yeah,
another one. And it was like
yeah.
stress. It was stressful, man. And I'd
I
order them
think.
from Germany. I think is that where they came from? Germany.
Oh wow.
I might be wrong on that.
I think Pyrodrome's the only place I see that has that carries like the right now the V2s, but they almost always have it readily available. And I'm kind of like experienced that too, what you're talking about. So I kind of got in the habit of always trying to have at least one extra KISS flight controller, ready to go, just in case I need it and they're not available.
Yeah, they in my opinion they do fly better, but like I didn't like the stress of feeling like I had to buy one, and
Yeah,
then they were so much more money than everything else. But now they're not even that much crazier like in price.
I know
Like
everything went up.
well, yeah, but
The-
I don't know how much they are now. But like back then, you could get a flight controller for like 25, 35, maybe like a good flight controller would be $50,
mhm.
and then a Kiss was like 85, 90, $100. So like
Yeah,
that was always bad. Now I don't think they're even that much crazier.
yeah. I mean the kid they're still like $90. Yeah, the Kiss Ultras. But I mean that's F7s are kind of going for around that now these days too.
Yeah, like they've stayed about the same. I still have a Kiss flight controller. I've thought about breaking it out, but I fly both my 5 inch Urvani styles, and
Okay,
they're smaller, and have a 20 by 20 stack in them. So my flight controller is a 30 by 30.
okay.
So I kind of want to try it out though, man. Just I don't know, try it again.
I mean, you should. I mean, the V2, man. Plus, it's least the thing I like to do least in FEB is trying to tune a quad. So with Kiss, being able to just throw a preset on there and just go, I haven't had tweak the pits at all on any of my Kiss quads. Just the same little preset on all my quads, and if it flies great in my opinion.
Uh, yeah, I don't like trying to tune, and I don't tune unless like it's freaking totally destroyed and doesn't fly
Yeah.
at all. But I want to try it again eventually. I actually saw a 20 by 20 Kiss Ultra for like $80. Like I think it was last night, and
The
like
V2,
do what?
the V2 Kiss Ultra V2.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
It might have just been Kiss Ultra. I don't know, but it was it was 80. It was Kiss Ultra. It was $80, and I almost bought it, but I
Yeah.
didn't. I was like, man, there's other stuff I can spend $80 on. Like, I don't even need like I don't. I try not to I try not to hoard too much stuff. It is good to have like, especially have a little extra stuff here and there, but I don't know, man. I hate buying stuff I don't need just to buy it, but I do sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
It,
I just feel more comfortable knowing I have a backup. But I
it,
even have like quads I don't even fly that. Like I was thinking the other day, I was like, man, I haven't flown this quad in a while. And every now and then I'll get bored and I'm just like, let me switch this. Let me throw these motors on this and then this on the and try to see if it feels a little bit different. But um
MFR just asked how many. He's probably talking to you. How many quads do you have?
oh, like working right now. 5, have 6 quads that are will fly now. Probably 3, probably like 5 that are like halfway built. Kind of probably just need a BTX or yeah, some motors. Probably got a quad downstairs somewhere. Yeah, I got a lot of them in pieces, but right now probably I have like 6 ready to go.
Well, that's crazy, man. I try to keep two 5-inch freestyles going, and if I have three, I always end up breaking the third one, and then don't fix it. And then I'm down. Then I get down to one or none. Then I'll fix the
Hmm.
two easiest ones that are easiest to fix. That's how it happens.
Hmm.
So I'm happy.
Hmm.
I'm happy with two. Like if I'm going somewhere far away, like I'd like to take three. That's
Oh
my
yeah,
goal.
for
But
sure.
because if you have three, man, like you fly one, you break it, you're like cool. You get down to your second one, you break it, then you're like, all right, I better like take it
I need
easy.
to start chilling out.
Yeah. But if you break your first one, then you need to chill out on your second one, and then you're like, then you miss out on the epic spot or something because you're trying to
Yeah,
chill.
yeah.
And
You got to keep
I break
got to
more
keep at least one ready to go.
I break more stuff I think when I'm trying to chill than when if I just send it. I think.
Oh really?
I mean, if I'm just cruising around, obviously I don't break it. But if I'm like, all right, I can't break it. I gotta like, not gonna hit that gap unless it's perfect, and then like, I'll do something stupid and then like smash it, and I'm like, man,
Then you're done.
yeah. Just like we went to a bando like Sunday, yeah, Sunday. And first pack, I'm like, I'm just gonna cruise around because I hadn't been there in a while. I was like, I'm gonna check stuff out. Freaking towards the end of my first pack, I try to hit a gap, a roof gap, and I'm stuck on a roof. Which I mean, it was easy. It was easy to get to, but
Yeah.
like I was just chilling, is what I was
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah, just like you just got set up and just like, oh, let's go for a hike.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
String beans in here. He walked with me. He actually climbed up on the roof and got it. But
oh, really?
yeah, I mean, it was easy to get to, but he was faster than me, so he went and got it for
Like,
me.
it's always nice having that one kind of monkey guy in the crew.
Yeah,
We kind of lost ours. We used to have a walkie. He moved to Boston, but walkie would be able to kind of. I mean, he could get stuck anywhere. He'd be like, "I'll get it." I'm like, "All right," and then pretty much just climbing the wall, swinging over, just like, man, walkie, you're the man. Gotta have one of those on the team, or
yeah,
the guy who just has every tool known to man when it comes to FPV. It's like I got this 3 little foot pole that stretches out to 25 feet, and I
yeah,
got a little crank. Yeah, it's just like man, some people and they had the little hook with the. I'm just like, damn, we came prepared.
yeah. Those are the best people to fly with.
Yeah,
I'm there with nothing, like, and I'm stuck in a
yeah.
tree or something. I'm
I got
like,
no
what am
one to
I gonna
contribute.
do?
You get stuck, bro. You might be slick assed out up there, bro. I got no tools for this.
I've been stuck in a tree twice and like found a ball, and like one time it was a kickball and one time I think it was a soccer ball, and I'm like
Hmm.
throwing the ball up and I got unstuck from a tree twice from a ball that I found. That's how I roll when I go fly. Like I'll find something hopefully.
Dude, I used to get stuck in trees a lot, man.
I
Because I've always want like doing like power loops where you kind of skimming the tree a little bit, where you kind of tracking the tree the whole time.
Yeah, they look cool.
Yeah, learning how to do that, I ended up stuck in a lot of treetops, kind of. And it would always be close to the end of the day too, where I'm just like, damn, everybody's trying to leave, and everybody's trying to help me get my thing out of the tree.
It's,
But
it seems
it's like
like
my bad, guys. But thanks.
it's like new people always go fly around trees too, man. And like trees are like one of the most dangerous spots to fly around, really.
For real, bro. For real.
Like,
Those tree spots give you this false sense of confidence that,
yeah,
oh man, it's not gonna be too bad when you wreck, like whatever.
yeah. Then you're stuck at the top. You're like ripping your motor wires out, smoking your ESC,
Yep,
trying
yep.
to get it
Trying to
out.
turtle out,
Then
just
you get
yeah, doing more damage than any good, and you just man, it's worse when it's like you could just see it dangling. It's almost like looking at you, and just like I can't get you down. I don't know. We got to figure something out.
I got kicked out of an office park one time. It was pretty cool. Like the spot. I mean, it was a really cool spot. Really, I flew there a couple times, but this time I got stuck in a tree, man, and like that's when I had to kickball. I was starting to kickball up, and a security guard came and like kicked me out and asked me if I was recording, and I was like, "No, sir, I'm not recording." Which like I had a GoPro. Like I luckily got it out like right before he came, but
Yeah.
like being stuck in that tree got me kicked out of that spot, and I haven't been back. Like I'm sure that guy doesn't work there anymore, but like
But still, he's just like I'm not taking my chances.
yeah, I want to go back, man. It's like it's not that far away, but it's like 25-30 minute drive, which I'm like, that doesn't suck. But if I go there and I get kicked out in 5 minutes, it will suck.
Yeah, yeah. That's the worst where you just get set up and be like, up, keep it moving. You're like, damn, I didn't even get to set one up.
King Keek, you are the King Keek said he's the spider monkey. I watched one of his videos. He crawled in a dumpster, hopped out,
What?
hopped out quick. He hopped in, got his stuff out, hopped out quicker than I could have even decided how I was going to get in the thing.
Well, we appreciate your service, man. You got to have one of those on the spot, man.
So what? So you're like I asked you for the stream, but you're in the Atlanta area, right?
Yeah,
So you get hit all the epic like first FPV spots, don't you?
yeah, but see, the funny thing is like anytime there's people from out of town, they want to hit those epic spots. So it kind of get, and then we'll hit them every now and then. It kind of gets to the point where we're tired of it. It's just like okay, we'll go to Cisco, I guess. It's just like we get to rip them so much that it's just guess we're kind of jaded to it because you're like, oh yeah, I like this spot. I mean, it's funny. Even first time I flew a couple of the spots, I didn't know they were like big deal spots. You know, what I mean, I didn't know any better. I was just like, this is a pretty cool place. I had no until later on. I'm watching Flow State. When I finally watched that documentary, I was like, man, half of this documentary is Atlanta,
Did
and like all the spots I've flown and didn't know that was like, oh, this is like an epic place. I was like, oh, sweet. You're real lucky out here
I
as far
went
as spots.
I flew there in January. I went to January for the Rippies.
Okay.
Um, it kind of it kind of sucked. I mean, not the Rippies, but like I flew. I didn't get to fly that much, man. Like I flew a tiny loop downtown and like 3 or 4 packs, and then I went and flew the square spot. I don't know what it's
Squares
called.
is tricky to get packs in. They got their security tightened up there a good bit.
Yeah, I went in there and freaking. It was so windy too, man. It was warmer in Ohio than in Atlanta that day too. It was in
Oh wow.
it was in the end of January, man. And it was the wind was like I don't even know probably 35 mile an hour. I don't even know what the gusts were, but it sucked. And I was all nervous, like I was like, because we were leaving that day, and I was like, I don't want to get stuck up here. Like
Yeah.
I kept making excuses of like trying to hit the squares, and then
I mean, squares is brutal on quads, dude. Especially if you're ripping like if you kind of set up in the parking deck and you kind of in between the deck and the grass. Like there's a lot of where you can kind of do power loops, real tight proxy flying. But dude, I've broken plenty of quads over there at squares.
what's up,
Squares
J
is tough.
Rod?
Did you go to huh?
I was saying what's up to J Roddy, just stopped in.
Oh, did you go to Cisco?
I don't think so, man. I went to the square spot, and I'm trying to think where else I went. I went to 2 spots, but I only flew like 6 packs, 6 freestyle packs.
Oh, okay.
I went
'Cause
I went downtown and flew like I went and dove a couple buildings, which that was really cool. But
Yeah, yeah. Atlanta building diving is a lot of fun.
yeah, there was a cop like chilling right there, and I mean I didn't do anything stupid, but like they didn't say anything to me. Like
Oh,
I
oh dude, they don't care. I remember I was out with Russ. And we were it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. We're downtown Atlanta. He's power looping like the street light. A cop rolled by and just kind of do us deuces and kept moving. They got bigger problems, man.
yeah, like I flew around the cop car and then like went up a building and flew around, dove it 3 or 4 times. MFR, if he's still in here, he went there too. He's local to me. He went to Atlanta and he flew all the spots. He was there for like 3 or 4 days, I think.
Who was that?
MFR,
Oh, okay.
uh, I don't know. He commented not that long ago, but I don't know if he's still in here. But he flew. He probably flew 5 of the spots. I don't know. I forgot. I hit the squares and I flew downtown and I went to one other spot. Man, I was only there for like it wasn't even a full 2 days. Man, like I should have allowed myself one more day. I thought I was gonna have
Yeah.
enough time, but I didn't.
The funny thing about like Atlanta FPVs are like most of the like iconic spots aren't actually in the city of Atlanta. They're like on the, most a lot of them are like Gwinnett area, but it's kind of just it just here. We just call everything Atlanta because that's what everybody knows with Georgia, and it just feels like the same city. But as far as actual city of Atlanta, not there's really not too many spots like downtown, just because you got to deal with the traffic and there's always a lot of people everywhere. We usually wait for you'll see a lot of build and dive videos around the holidays here in Atlanta.
Yeah,
Because
because
like
nobody's there.
Thanksgiving morning is an awesome morning to go downtown. Like things or Christmas morning, if you get up early and kind of get there right around sunrise, like downtown Atlanta is just a ghost town. It's awesome.
That's like a FPV playground. Is that like
Yeah, dude.
I've seen Steel like back in the day. I don't remember like where it was at, but I remember him flying somewhere downtown and it was crazy. Like
Yeah.
they had people posted up on different corners and stuff watching. But
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was downtown Atlanta. Like it was. I don't know. This was probably 4 or 5 years ago. I remember watching that video.
Okay.
I was
Um,
I was amazed.
Probably State Farm. Well, no, that wouldn't.
Like
I'm trying to think about the
there was like
downtown. If we're downtown, we're usually building diving. I'm trying to think about a downtown spot where we actually fly a bunch of freestyle.
there was like walkways like from building to building. Like I don't know, man. I'll try to find it and see.
Oh,
I might be.
oh, what's it like? Kind of. You're not talking about. Well, no, that wouldn't be downtown. You're not talking about orange chairs, are you?
I don't even remember, man. I just remember there was like walkways from building to building that were real high up, and like people were like power looping them and matting them, and like it was crazy. Like it might not be as crazy to me now since I'm more experienced, but
Experience?
I
Yeah.
remember then like I was like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
You're like these guys are sick.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it
No,
was
the ones.
downtown, man. I'll look for that video later and I'll send it to you, and you can let me know if it's or hell, it might
Got you.
even
Yeah.
it might even say in the title. I don't remember, but I thought he was downtown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't think of downtown spot right now. SSH drones from what? Can you think of like a downtown spot? SSH drones might know that as far as freestyle goes, um, damn, I was about to say something. Just lost my train of thought. Um, for downtown. Oh yeah. So like as far as the most popular spot is by far Cisco. That's where it's kind of like it's like that curved building with all the gaps in it.
Yeah, I didn't fly that one though.
Yeah, that's not really city of Atlanta. That's like Duluth area, like Lawrenceville, Gwinnett. So it's actually like an hour north of Atlanta, like northeast.
Well, man, I need to go.
But that
I need to go hit that. Then that's only that's only like a 7 hour drive.
yeah, dude, that's where everybody wants to go rip, and that's where you see a lot of broken quads there too.
Yeah, the
It's
reason
just-
I didn't get the reason I didn't fly that because it was so far where we were staying. Like
yeah, yeah,
like we
but
went.
that's
we went. I took
That,
my whole family went with me to Atlanta, and then we went like Saturday morning. We left here, went to the Rippies
hmm
Saturday night, and then was going to leave Sunday night. And I was like, I'm gonna have all this time Sunday to fly. And then by the time I did stuff and like went to different couple spots, like it was time to go, man. And I was just like, man, I don't know why I didn't give myself an extra day. I don't know what I was thinking.
yeah, you need a few days for if you want to hit all the spots like the Atlanta and like I said, Atlanta's an hour away from Atlanta. You know what I mean? It's just how it is out here with traffic or just kind of just navigating the city. So we just, but the good thing is, especially those, there's the Alpharetta. There's certain roads where we have like multiple spots on that same road, like the office park stuff. You know, Atlanta, we don't do a lot of tree spots. We do a lot of, like office air buildings and stuff like that. A lot of broken quads because of that, but, you know.
Yeah,
Um, but I'm trying video I could reference. I know Steele had a yeah, like there's that bank. I don't know if you remember that, but that's an old one. But yeah, Cisco's by far the most popular, but people don't realize that's the same. You know that satellites where they're flying around the satellites?
yeah.
That's a that's the same spot. But if you just kind of turn around and just look, that a lot of people think it's like they're different locations, but it's because Cisco is so big. You just have, I mean, if you just park over here, you just hit it from a different angle and kind of get, looks different and just get motivated to do different stuff. You know what I mean?
So, like, how big is your crew there? Do you got a bunch of people you fly with?
Some like I mean, this past month, man, it's been so hot. I haven't been extra motivated to get out on a Sunday afternoon, baking in the heat. But I mean, sometimes it could get. When think of the heathens, when Squints, Rusty, shout out Rusty, um, Black, and then we get a lot of people from out of town that will come in like, hey, I'm in Atlanta this weekend, let's rip, So usually we'll have two, three of those, and we'll have days where it's like 10 to 15 of us, or we keep it kind of small, just three, four guys ripping. But we've had those big, where it's like, damn, there's a lot of pilots here.
Yeah, if you get too many, man, it's cool to hang out, but then you don't get to fly as much.
I know, right? And that's kind of the thing with Sundays. Like when we get together, that's when I usually get the least flying in. Versus like a solo set. Sometimes I get locked in a little solo session, going pack after pack, and that's when
Yeah,
you can kind of get in the good little groove. You know what I mean?
yeah. I went and flew at a bando Sunday, and it was me and three other guys, and like I did more talking and chilling, and like I think I flew like four and a quarter packs or something. I was there for like 3 hours.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's kind of how it happens here too, man. I've had it. I was out there all day, and I was like, man, I only ripped like 8 packs today.
Yeah, and
But we're
yeah, I'll talk a little bit, let somebody else fly, then like man, then like I had to leave at a certain time, and I'm like I got plenty of time, and then I look and I have like 10 minutes, and I'm like I better hurry up, and I try to fly 2 packs real quick before I leave.
yeah, yeah,
But
and then
it is cool to meet up with people though, man. Like I flew by myself forever,
yeah,
and it's not.
I got lucky out here. I kind of found a group pretty quick. Like I said, living in Atlanta, I mean, it's a lot of pilots here.
I,
So I mean, even the first time I met Steele, I didn't really know who he was. It's just like, okay, so he's pretty good. I wasn't too familiar with Steele stuff. You know what I mean? At that point, yeah, it was after I was like, oh man, he's kind of like a legend. I'm just brand new, just don't know nothing. Um, but but yeah, I got lucky early on, kind of probably like 2 3 months in, I started finding people to fly with.
I'm man, I'm trying to think. Like I bet I flew FPV for. I mean, I did when I first started flying. It was like right before winter, so I didn't really go. I flew mainly around my house. But then,
hmm
like, I bet it was. I bet I didn't fly with anybody for almost a year.
Oh wow.
Um, and like I didn't think I wanted to either for some reason. Like I didn't like actively look. And then I actually started like went to a tiny whoop race and then like meeting people local. You know what I mean? Then
Hmm.
like that was in the winter, so like I went from winter to winter, and then that's when I started flying with people after I started going to tiny whoop races because I met like
Oh,
we have a bunch of people like around here, man, that fly. Like it's we have a really big community, or I think we do. I don't know. Like I could probably name off 50 people within an hour that I could fly with. I mean,
oh man, that's awesome.
I mean, I might not be buddies with them, but if I was like, hey, let's fly, you know, what I mean, like I don't talk to 50 local people, but I could probably think
Yeah,
of 50 local people.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's
That's
cool.
that's badass.
Yeah, like
I know.
I didn't realize it at the time how I'm lucky too. I just didn't I wasn't looking in the right places.
Oh yeah, as far as oh yeah, 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 kind of keeping to yourself. Biggest thing that helped me with flying with other people was I didn't realize how much I was flying like a pussy, pretty much.
Yeah,
Up until I started flying with other people, because I was up until that point, those first couple months, my only mindset was like, don't crash, don't crack, don't
yep.
crash. And then you start flying with other people, I'm like, damn, I swear they look like they're trying to crash. You know what I mean?
You definitely
And then
don't
that kind of
you don't get
it
better
helped
if
me
you're
kind of
not
like,
crashing.
go for it, build more quads if you're afraid. You know?
Yeah, like when I was new, man, I almost quit because I was flying not to crash,
Yeah,
and I got bored, man. I was like, I didn't realize it. I didn't realize you have to like go and crash, or it's not a good
yeah.
day.
You got to fail a bunch to get that satisfied feeling after the day's done.
um, yeah, I'll fly with people. I was gonna say something. Like there's a, I still fly at the school sometimes, man. But like this power loop, like I've tried it. I tried it a lot before, and then like the first time I ever flew with people there, like I hit it perfect. Like I've hit it, like I've done it 50 other times or something, man. I was like I always came short, or I could make it, but I'd be like so far behind it. And then like
Yo,
I flew with somebody, and I'm like, boom, like I perfect. I'm like, I was like, it was inspiring, I guess, to have people there watching me.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it can go either way with that because sometimes you feel the pressure if you feel like somebody's watching, but having that, just a voice to be out there, just go for it, do it. And you're like, all right, I'm try it. And sometimes it works out, which is awesome. You'd be like, oh, I didn't think I'd make that. Going for a gap or something, that's the best. Where you're just like, I don't think, I don't think I'm gonna make it through. You're expecting to get that first few crashes before you actually get it, and then you just go for it and it works out. I mean, there's no better feeling.
um, what do you think? Like in my opinion, like man, my third and fourth pack are always my good ones. It seems like I don't know if that's a thing for other people.
There, me, I was sometimes I'll either come out strong, like, because I don't really do warm up packs. It's kind of like, if I'm setting the quad up, just go up and just like hit it. You know what I mean? That usually works out better for me than if I'm kind of apprehensive and trying to figure out the lay of the land. I'm just like, all right, whatever, new spot, send it. I have a few videos where that's the first pack, new spot. Figuring things out as I go. I'm trying to flow through it, but so sometimes it is just like a the first or second pack or the second to last pack. When I'm going through my footage. Like a lot of times, yeah, second to last pack is the one that I use for for videos and stuff.
Do you believe in the last pack curse?
Oh yeah, dude, I've experienced it firsthand. I go home with one charged pack every day. Every
Uh,
time I go,
I don't believe in it. I
dude, I've experienced it. Just like, all right, this is gonna be my last pack, and next thing I know, last pack, and then I got stuck on the roof of this building. I had to go to Home Depot to rent a truck so I could rent their like 24-foot ladder to go back over there and then get it up to the building so I could go get my quad back. So pretty much when I was about ready to go home, I added like an hour and a half to the day. I was just like, man, I shouldn't have flown that last pack. I could have, I didn't have to deal with none of this, man. It was ridiculous.
my theory is that you know it's your last pack, so you fly harder, and that's why.
Yeah, yeah. And I know that's what it is. It's that mental, just like, leave it all on the field.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's just, yeah. And I just try to avoid, let me not go to, you know, Yeah, sometimes you gotta get out the casino before it's too late.
Before you go all in and lose it
Yeah,
all.
yeah. But just like you gotta know when to kind of quit. And because I've learned that the hard way a number of times, where it's just like in my head I'm just saying, if I just why did I fly this pack? I didn't even why everybody's trying to leave. I'm like the last one. I just why did I have to get one more pack? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's like I feel that, man. Like towards the end, everybody's packing up, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna get one more in, and then I don't know. I
Yeah,
I, I don't think I've anything too crazy on the last pack, but I've definitely last time I flew Sunday, I knew I had to leave in like less than 10 minutes, and I kind of held back and I crashed, but nothing crazy. But like I didn't want to get stuck on a roof because I didn't want to have to like hurry up and go get it.
yeah, man, yeah. Like, and that sucks. That's part of what sucks about when you're flying by yourself is that like I can't get too. I mean, can't be getting too wild over on top of this thing because if I get stuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
And it got me thinking. I remember getting stuck at the school on top of this awning, and I had like a little ours. I used to keep like a little like mini giant ladders. You know what I mean? That could kind of fit in the
yeah,
back seat of the trunk. They stretch. I had that, and I still couldn't reach the top of the awning. And then there was some guy who pulled up with his truck, and then we put the like you just I guess you just saw me struggling out there for like a half an hour just trying to figure out how I'm going to get this drone back, and he just had some pity for me. Pulled up and then we put the ladder like in the bed of his truck. It was pretty sketchy, and that's what kind of finally I could get my quad back. Whole time it's plugged in. It was just wedged, and so I'm just like, oh man, I hope man. That always concerns me where it's just sitting there cooking. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Just plugged in forever. I'm like, I know the pack's done. There's no way that pack's going to be usable. I mean, that's at that point, it's just like charge that to the game. I'm just hoping the VTX and stuff at least is fine. Nothing happened there. But
I've been
yeah,
there.
that was another rough one. That was when, and I was, sun's about to set, just about ready to leave and go home, and they're just like, well, let me get that one more in, and boom, it
Is
was
that
like the top of the awning was kind of had like the like it was kind of graded, so I was just wedged in it. You know what I mean? Probably I mean chopped my props down to like 2 inch props,
I
and
know
I tried everything to just wiggle out there. And I was like, nah, till the pack had nothing left.
I know. Is it the school where you saw that kid? You didn't see him at first. Is that what you're talking
No,
about?
that's actually a church. It was like
Oh,
it has like a Sundays. They have what's it called like that the vocation like the when the kids church stuff.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
But yeah, no, it's the school. I don't know if it's a. I mean, I haven't flown there in a while. It's like actually in that video too. In the video I posted, I got stuck on top of there. I was able to get out of that time, but I used to always hit the top of the awning and just kind of I don't know, just going for it.
I fly the school I fly at a lot. It has an awning like that, and I've been stuck on it. Like the one at the church you're talking about, like it has the
Yeah,
grooves in it, and I've been
yeah.
stuck on there. But I have a truck, and I can pull up on the sidewalk and stand on the edge of my truck, and I can climb up. And
Oh, okay.
I've been up on top of there before, man. Like nervous, thinking somebody's like going to call the cops. Like, what's this
Yeah,
dude doing at the
it is
school?
something weird to see.
And cops pull in there a lot too. Like, I mean, not every time I fly, but I'd say 1 out of 4 times a cop will pull in. Like, they never say anything to me, but they just probably want to see what I'm doing parked there because it's like after hours or whatever.
Yeah, I have a spot where there's a cop that likes to roll through. We've chatted before, but he kind of sometimes he'll post up in that lot, kind of not next to me, but like we're in the same lot, and he'll just kind of let me do my thing. He's never really complained. I was sending it, as we were, he was pulling up, and at that point I was like, well, I'm already, red-handed, might as well finish off the pack, and then he just drove right past me, parked like a bunch of spots further down, and just hung out in the car, and then I was like, okay, you try to send another pack, and worked out. I swear, like police really don't care about
they
drones.
they don't care around here either, man. They've came up to me like one time I was like in an abandoned area, and like they were like, "What are you doing?" I showed them like, "Oh, cool. We didn't see your drone. That's cool, man." Blah blah blah. And then another time, like the cops did say I was in another abandoned spot, and they were like, "You can't be in here," but like it's cool. And I'm like, they're like, just go ahead and pack up and leave. I'm like, all right. And they were cool. And then like if they drive by, they might wave at me, but like they've never said anything like, hey, like you can't
Yeah,
fly. Like they might say you need to leave, but like they never said, oh, you can't fly drones into town or anything like that.
yeah. It's never the cops. It's always the security of the locations. Like I
Yeah,
said, we flying like office parts. We run into a lot of building security. They're the only ones who ever kind of say anything. And I mean, you can't hold it against them. They have like one job to do, is to like protect the building. So I get, what I mean, then they walk out. You see these things flying like 60 miles an hour. It's just like, yeah, you guys got to quit that. So it's never a big deal. But I mean, security is always the only ones who have anything to say.
yeah. Usually, I've only been kicked out of security, but kicked out by security once, and then a cops told me to leave once. But other than that, man, I've never been like messed with anywhere I've flown at.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like they just get it. It's like this dude's just out here with, it's probably just, the best part of his day.
Yeah, like and I think because we're adults too, man. Like if we were like a bunch of teenage kids out there doing it, they'd probably like, "Hey, you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah.
go,"
It'd be,
but they think
yeah,
we're responsible.
yeah, I think so.
It's like, oh, look at
Um,
this adult man out here. He's not going to do anything stupid as you bounce off the concrete and cause yourself $1,000 in damage.
yeah, right. Hang
Yeah,
out long enough, it might surprise you guys.
yeah, like, uh, so I was going to say something. Oh, I was flying it. I actually went to. It was right on the Georgia Tennessee border a couple weeks ago,
Okay.
and we went to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I went to this building. Like I didn't go there to fly, but me and my family went there, and I found a cool building to fly around. And these people approached me, and they were like super cool, but they like work there, and then like they're like, oh, we don't care if you fly. The old man here might though, blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right. And then I got nervous because I was like, I don't want to crash in front of them, and then them tell me to
Hmm.
leave, and they're like sitting under this awning watching me fly, and I couldn't fly because I was like, man, I don't want to like hit one of them or like
Yeah,
crash real hard. So like I left, and
yeah.
I was like, man, they
Because it's
were.
like flying in those conditions, it's just not fun. You're just like, I'm too stressed out.
Yeah, like it had a couple like a really good dive gap, and then like they had these like little slats or like dive gaps like where they were sitting, and I'm just like, man, and they're just like chilling watching me like think it's cool, but I was like, I gotta go, like it ruined my vibe.
They ruined your vibe, you said?
Yeah, they ruined my vibe
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I was like, man, if they see me bouncing off the concrete, they're gonna tell me to leave probably.
yeah. And that's yeah. When I mean, I've had it where you set up, and it might just be just one. I've had it where it's just one person kind of running around a track or something. I'm just like, just the simple fact that I gotta always kind of make sure I know where they're at. It's like it's not even fun anymore. Right? Just go find somewhere else to fly. Because I mean, I'll smack a building that break my drones, but last thing I want to do is to like hit somebody with my quad. That's like my biggest nightmare when it comes to FPV.
Yeah, that would suck, man. Like I've never really come close. I've almost hit myself, but
Yeah,
and one time I like almost hit my buddy, but he was like there flying with me, so like I mean he was innocent, but he knew what was going on.
yeah. He's kind of he's he know what he signed up for, the
Yeah.
risk.
But yeah, hitting somebody would suck, man. Like there's a college I fly at. It's a smaller school, but they have like walkways like all around, and you can walk in the woods.
Okay.
And like I'll be flying there, man. I won't see a car in the whole parking lot, and all of a sudden somebody will pop up like in the middle of nowhere. I'm just like where did they come from?
It
And like
just emerge,
yeah, and
come
like
out the bushes.
it makes me nervous. Like it makes me nervous when I'm like flying Matties or doing Matties or flying backwards or something because I'm like, man, is there gonna be somebody like
Right there.
even if
Oh
I'm
man.
even if I'm flying with somebody there, like it's like makes me nervous just because they'll pop up, man. Like where are they parked at? Like there's one or two parking lots, and there won't be a
Yeah.
car, and then here they are.
Yes. wild how it works like that. You do
Um,
like school spots too. I like school rips, like the awning area, like a bus loading area is like always a spot I can have a lot of fun at.
that's what I was getting ready to ask. What's your favorite spots to fly at? But you already answered. That's cool.
Yeah, that'd
Um,
probably be yeah. I wish I could say bandos and stuff, but I don't know. That's a different vibe, different energy. You know, I mean, bando a day at the bandos was like, all right, which quad's going home in pieces today? You know what I mean?
yeah, I actually,
But I could have like a nice little chill session by the somewhere at a school, kind of set up shop. You know, I like to sit when I rip too. So and then I kind of just could fly fast through some. I'm like fly, kind of like not like corkscrew, not power loops. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Where you're kind of going down uh the like the lane of you know what I'm talking about, like the bus loading
yeah. I'll
dock
go like
area,
this.
huh?
You can't see me because I'm
I
doing it
know.
with my hand, but you
I'm looking
can't
on the
see me.
screen. There's a little bit of a delay, so I'm trying to keep up with that.
It should be coming through here in a second.
There it is. Yeah, yeah, exactly. There it is.
uh,
That's funny.
uh, yeah, I know what
But
you're
yeah,
talking about.
you like him too, you said?
Yeah, um, that place I fly at, you can do it there. There's like I think there's about eight different slots you can go through. I think maybe I've tried to hit them all and I always mess up. Even I'm like, oh, this is easy. I want to hit all of them,
Yeah.
and then I don't.
Then yeah, you just like, why is it getting all wonky and weird?
Um,
I remember early on, I remember I was trying to do like a lot of backwards flying. It just recently dawned on me. It's just like, man, I don't do much just flying. Cause I used to like going through those awnings kind of backwards, you know what I mean? But just kind of 180 yaw into it and just fly backwards through. Because usually it's a little scarier, but it's easier because you have the top of the awning thing to use as reference. When I'm just
yeah.
staring at sky, it's just like I don't know where I am in
Well,
space. You know
that's
what I
what.
mean?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, man. That's how I learned to fly backwards good. Was at that awning because you could go right in the middle. You can see on both sides of you where you got to fly through. You can see where the
Yep.
ground is. You can see like how high you are and everything. It's like a
Yeah.
good
You got a lot of
reference.
reference. But if you mess up though, it's probably gonna cost you a little more
Yeah,
too though.
I mean it looks cool. It looks cool, but it is easier. But it does cost more if you crash. That spot,
Yeah.
that school spot's where I've flown probably the most. And that awning, it's really cool, but it's probably cost me the most money because,
Yeah. It's a love hate relationship.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I got a spot like that too. I actually haven't flown there in a little while. So I try to sometimes, especially if I'm starting to get a little bored with it, it's just like let me try to find a new spot or just make something a spot, you know?
yeah. Like I have, let's see, one, two, three, four. I have four spots local that are like decent, but I'm like burnt out on them really. But like I'll go, like tomorrow, I'm probably going to that school just because I'm gonna go during the day because I'm off and there'll be nobody there.
Yeah,
And like I still have fun, man, but it's like I don't know. It's not as exciting, but like I
yeah,
this year, man, I've been trying to like stay motivated, even if I don't feel like flying. Like, cause there for a while, man, I was like, I got to go to an epic spot, or I don't want to fly. And then
hmm
I was going like a month and not flying because I was waiting to go somewhere cool.
yeah, yeah. And then you kind of like then you get to somewhere cool and you feel rusty.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah.
I've been pushing through.
Sometimes that's what I've been just been looking for. You know, okay. Sometimes I would go and just try to put together like a freestyle pack. And some days it's just like let me just work on one thing and just get some reps in and just get some real time. Just this ain't just a freestyle session. This is just like a training session. Let me just get these power loops as smooth as I can, or let me see how juicy I can do my juicy flick and just but I'll burn packs where I'm just like just reps, just building that muscle memory of doing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's good to go practice like that, man. I struggle. Like even if I say I'm gonna go do that, then I'll end up like,
You can get distracted.
yeah, yeah. Like I want to work. Like I want to work on trippy spins, and then I'll
Mhm.
fail. I'll fail for like one pack, and I'm like, I'm not gonna do that anymore, and then I won't try it. Or like with any trick, like just recently got trippy spins, and
Yeah.
I just had one pack, and I was like testing my testing like my VTX, my Vista kept cutting out, and I thought I fixed it. I was like, I'm gonna go test it, and like I was like, well, while I'm here, I'm gonna try to do trippy spin. I had one pack, and I was like, I just they came to me and I was hitting trippy spins. I was like, well, I guess I just needed to be relaxed, and because if I go
Yeah,
try
yeah.
them, I don't. Yeah,
Not overthink it. Yeah.
Hypno said working on that juice flow. That's fun. When did I
What's
when did
up,
I
with
say,
no?
when did I say that, Hypnos? I can't remember. Did I say that or did you say that, Hypnos? I can't remember. One of us did. I was saying I was gonna, I think I said it. What's up, Yoder? Tobias Yoder. Um, Tobias, are you? Is your family? I always want to ask you this. Is your family Amish? I think I know the Yoders are usually Amish. What's up, props off? Um, how did you come up with your name? Speaking of juice flow,
Oh yeah. So a lot of people think it's the Juice Man. I've had that nickname for a long time. I mean, since like high school. My full name is Charles Sajus. So like,
oh,
yeah. So my last name, like, so all through high school, especially like when you like playing football and stuff, the coaches like to call you by your last name. So you wouldn't hear Charles a lot. People would hear Sajus. So Sajus, Sajus, get your ass on. And then I don't know. Then it just became Juice, and then it became the Juice Man. And then it just so happened like in FPV, there's like juicy styles, juicy tricks and stuff. So I know a lot of people think it's just like had to be with my flying style, but it's just I was just using the same nickname I've had. Like I had that like the Juice Man email back in like 2004. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like just an old nickname that's stuck.
that worked out good. Then that's a perfect FPV name.
Yeah, it did work out. Um, because honestly, I don't even think I was when I made my FPV page. Was I even thinking pilot handle, or I just like just need a name for my page? You know what I mean?
So was that your first name you came up with then?
Yeah, yeah. I named it. It was just like, yeah,
Oh,
the Juice Man. Just keep it running. The Juice Man underscore FPV. Like I'm sure I have another social media page from maybe my MySpace was the Juice Man, but just minus the underscore FPV. That's pretty much all I added to it. Underscore FPV.
I couldn't think of a name forever, man. Like my when I started my YouTube channel, it was Drone Fun 56.
What was Drone Fun 56?
Yeah, 56 is my favorite number, and I was like, I couldn't think of a name, man, forever. Like I thought so hard, and I was like, man, and like I knew my name was stupid, and
Drone Fun 56.
I went to a tiny whoop race, and they're like, "What's your name?" And like, what's your FPV name? And I told them, and I was like, "Man," and then I changed it, and like I was just listening to Nappy Roots on the way there, and I got
Oh,
and I got dread, so I was like Nappy FPV, and they're like,
Nappy
"Okay,
after me. Let's go.
yeah." So I went with that, like, but that just like hit me like I thought about it forever trying to come up with a good name, man. I couldn't.
Oh, really? Like were you already flying FPV for a while before you got to Nappy?
Yeah, it was about almost I'd say close to a year.
A year. Wow.
Like, I had my YouTube channel for probably. I made my YouTube channel so my kids would think I was cool. Like, so I had it for probably 6, 8 months, and it was Drone Fun 56.
Drone Fun 56.
Yeah, I was like, man, I tried so hard. Like, I don't know, man. It just hit me. So yeah, you got lucky, man.
Yeah, yeah. I
You
looked up
you
in that
you
part
came
too.
you came with a good nickname already into the hobby.
Yeah, yeah. I was sad. I was like, this worked out. I was like, there's juicy flicks. I was like, oh, there's this could work. Yeah, I really lucked up with that. Because I didn't even honestly, it's my buddy who says when I first started flying, I was just showing him video. I was like, "Yo, check this out, this FPV stuff I just got into," and he's like, "Man, you started TikTok and start putting that stuff on TikTok." I was like, "I might do that." I think TikTok was the first platform I got on. And I recently saw like my one of my first posts at the big parking lot I used to fly. That's right by my house. Kind of felt nostalgic as well. I was like, oh yeah, that's where it started. I used to think this was good.
When since your name's not the Juice Man on TikTok, every time I see one of your videos, I'm like, I gotta think about it for a second because it's under Charles. I'm like, and I'm like, oh, that's the Juice Man.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I don't know why it shows up like that because I have it. I don't know. It's weird. I might have it jacked up on TikTok. Might need to fix that.
J Rod and my kids thought it was really cool when I had my YouTube channel. Well, they still think it is, or they still think I am.
Big
What's up, Big Will? Did somebody else come in here? I thought somebody knew. I didn't.
Will, what up? What up? That's my guy.
Um, what was I gonna say?
94th birthday? Like what?
Whose 91st birthday? Is it Tobias? Is it your birthday? I don't think you're 94. I don't think you'd be able to be too smooth on the sticks at 94.
It was like fake news.
Well, how are you? He's probably. Are you 24, Tobias? I really don't. I don't have a clue.
I turn this fan off.
Oh, it's not even your birthday till September. So was it Tobias Day, Lambo? Lambo's full of info, I bet. Oh, every day's your birthday, Tobias. Happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday. We'll keep it going.
I hope this is your best birthday ever, Tobias.
Better than yesterday's.
Let me see. I'll make sure I don't forget anything. All right, I got all my questions I wanted to ask you, so you don't have to worry about answering anymore.
Okay.
Nah, those aren't too bad of questions. That's just something, man. Like when I had Hypnos on like 2 weeks ago, since I already knew him like real well, I was like, I don't need to write anything down. And then we got talking, and we had audio issues to begin with, so then I was even more scatterbrained. And then like the whole stream, I'm just kind of like, what was I going to ask you? You know, and I kept forgetting.
So you haven't written? Do you have your questions written down?
Yeah, I got to know. Oh, and I just thought of something. I want to do a giveaway here in a little bit, but I want to thank my patrons, which is Bullfrog, Wrecked, Big Ben, Lambo, Dizzy Dean, Hypnos, and Dinstar. Thank you guys. Without you guys, I couldn't do giveaways. Well, I guess I could, but it would be harder. So I appreciate it. So thank you guys. I'll give you guys another shout out here in a little bit. So stay tuned for a giveaway. I don't know what I'm going to give away yet, but it'll be something worth at least like $20. So stay tuned. There you go. There's my commercial, my ad for the stream. Yeah, I write stuff down. There it is.
Yes.
You'll see it
I
in
mean, I
30.
kind
You'll pop up in like 30 seconds. You'll be able to see it on the stream. Uh, my handwriting's horrible.
Oh, there we go. Dude, adjusting to this delay, it's getting trippy.
Yeah,
That's where I'm
there's.
watching your lips move, and it's just like, wait, nothing's coming through. Then I remember that's later actually, because this.
Yeah, I think it might be like 23 seconds or something. I can't remember. Like I have it on the fastest option,
Yeah.
but I think there's some way you can set it up to where you can see me live, but I don't know how to. I've never really tried to do it.
Oh,
So
really?
I know, like when Miss Dawn streams, she has it pop up because I've been on her stream a couple times, and I could actually see the stream live. But then, like if I watched it like on my phone or whatever, it was uh, it was behind, but I could see what she was doing live. But I don't know how to do that, and I try to keep it minimal. The more stuff I add, the more stuff I have to worry about forgetting what to
Yeah.
do.
to
Like
set up. Yeah, the next time.
I don't stream enough. I try to stay like every 2 weeks, but before last week I hadn't streamed in probably 2 or 3 months, I think.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're just trying to get back into it now?
Yeah,
Trying
it's
to get back
fun.
into it.
Yeah, it's fun. Like my kids were in baseball, and like I was super busy. I coached two of my younger kids in baseball, so like we were at the baseball fields like 4 and 5 days a week. 4 and 5 days a week for like 3 months. It seemed like.
Oh,
So
geez. Like
I would
practice? Like
Yeah, we always had a couple days a week practice, and then once the game started, like we'd have games on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturdays. Like we were there all the time, and like my only times off, I would try to fly. I at least try to fly like once every couple weeks.
yeah.
But it's cool. Like Big Ben FPV, he's in here. His son was on my team, and now they're getting into FPV
Oh,
because
awesome.
yeah, they're like their whole family's getting into it now, so that's cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, we won a championship. He said,
Oh,
my
nice.
yeah, so it's cool. So they got into FPV, and um, it's cool. So that worked out.
That's awesome.
He said,
Bet in the baseball field and play some baseball and then go rip some packs. It's a nice
yeah,
day.
yeah. He said he'd been wanting to get into FPV for years and didn't know how. And I was like, well, he's like, he didn't want to. He said, like, I don't know if I don't really want to bother you with questions. I'm like, dude, ask me anything about FPV. Like, I love it,
Yeah,
especially new
yeah.
people. It's
I know,
cool.
right? I always love the opportunity to talk about FPV. It's like, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I enjoy it.
I feel like at work, like people ask me about it a little bit, but like I don't go too in detail because I really don't think they want to hear about it. But then I'm kind of like trying to gauge them out if they do want to hear about it or not.
Well, yeah, you can't go in too hard. Right? Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't just start cramming FPV info down their throat.
like
Yeah, you kind of.
all you fly drones, yeah, and then like talk about it for an hour, and then I'm like, oh, okay, well, we don't really care.
Yeah, like okay, well, sweet. Well, nice to meet you. Sorry.
What are you talking about, Smags? Oily is not at the winner. I don't know what Smags is talking about. Oh, all right. I get it, and I see something up top. I'm bad on the chat, man. Like I won't read it for a while, then I look up, and then I'm like trying to catch
Like
up.
20 messages behind. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm horrible about that. Like I try to look over, and I try to like when like somebody's on, I'm like I try not to cut them off, but then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna answer that question, and then I don't, and then I'm like 20 messages behind. All right, Lambo, I get it. Oh, it's a gelato joke. Okay, Smags, I get it now. Um, do you guys have you? Did you guys ask any questions to the Juice Man and I didn't see him, or do you guys got any questions for him? Like who was your first? Uh, I don't know if you said answered this one yet. I didn't write it down, but like who was your first person you saw on FPV?
Like on you mean like online?
Yeah, like YouTube or.
Yeah, yeah. It was Drib. It was Drib's underground
Oh yeah,
video.
all right, yeah, yeah. Oh, you did say that already. I remember now.
Mhm. But then I used to early on I used to watch so some Drib and then a lot of E Radio
Yeah, I
and then
loved him, man.
yeah,
I wish
a
he would
lot of
fly
E
now.
Rod early on. Huh?
I said I wish he would start flying again, or I don't know if he has.
Yeah, he wasn't even at Rampage, so I thought that was weird. But and then Slat. Then I found when I saw Slat stuff, I was like, man, I like this style.
I enjoyed Slats when he first came out, man. How he would like do the vlogging stuff, and he'd like do product, not like really reviews, but he'd like, oh, these are this new motors or something, and he like, I remember one video he was like trying to crash to show how this motor, like do a durability test on a motor, and he's like trying to hit this pole. Like I enjoyed
Like
his
on
stuff.
purpose. I just yeah, and I like his flow, man. I was just like, this is And what's funny is like all and then cricket and then I flew the moon goat for the longest. The moon goat frame.
Yeah,
So I was just like, damn, all my like my favorite pilots to watch fly a moon goat. Like I don't know if that's how it kind of worked. Just from when I because when I built the moon goat, I was like, yo, this is sick. And then but yeah, I don't know what started first. Did I get the moon goat frame or was I already watching? Because Slap Flies a moon goat, Cricket, well, of course, you got the moon goat and Erod. Um, but those were I would say those are like my main guys. Probably like the first like 6 months when you're just taking in as much FPV as you can, where
Yeah.
you're just watching videos like crazy, trying to figure out what trick you don't know. You haven't you're thinking, have I seen everything yet? What else can I learn? You know what I mean?
I
And then,
remember being new and doing the same thing, and then I'd comment on somebody's video and it'd be for like 3 years ago. I'm like,
yeah,
because
like what?
you've watched so many of their stuff, you're just like going to the next one, going to the next one, and then like you're
Yeah,
3 years back.
yeah. He just went deep into the archive.
Yeah, be like, oh cool, where's this spot at? And they're like, I don't know, that was 3 years ago or something.
I think it's an Arby's now.
Yeah,
No,
but
yeah, but
I like
yeah,
D-Rod, man, how he did that sideways like power loop thing. I thought that was like so cool when he would do break
yeah,
that
dude, I
out.
was working on that a lot, dude, because of that video. I was just like kind of and I still even when I split S, I kind of have the tendency of kind of approaching things like from the side, and I think it comes from like a lot of his videos, but where he'd kind of come and then just kind of yaw and then do the roll, but like it looks best when you're tracking something. Like if you're flying past a pole, then kind of yaw and then do the little side loop tracking it. I think still looks cool, but man, these are moves I got to revisit.
I know, like I enjoy D-Rod, too a lot, man. I kind of forgot about him. I mean, not really, but like I haven't seen him fly. Or I know he used to stream still every
Yeah,
once in a while.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I remember that Howl at the Moon Goat video he had. They're like in a parking lot with a bunch of containers.
yeah,
That was like, yeah, that was one of those. I was like, yo, I need to learn. I gotta learn everything of this.
I think
Like little rewinds he was doing, kind of like it was just, I don't know. It just,
I
I was
think
like,
that
this is how I want to fly.
I think those containers. I think that was like a flea market that was shut down for COVID. I think wasn't it, or something like
Was it?
that.
I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah, I remember
While they were
seeing.
there, I just know it was a bunch of containers and a lot out there with a couple dudes.
I remember I seeing somebody that was like that was actually like vlogging there and like talking about it. And if I remember right, that's what it was. It was like a flea market, and it was shut down because of COVID, so they could go there and fly.
Oh, okay. I remember the music and everything. What's cool is like because he flew to so I did a little Florida road trip last year. Um and I went to Tampa and Orlando. So I had a chance to rip a lot of the spots that, like that drip video I mentioned. Underground. I went through there. I mean, it was pretty dope. It was right next to where we were staying, so I flew there a couple of days. And then in Tampa, Glory Hole. You know that
Yep,
spot?
that's what I was going to ask you about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, dude. Went to go rip the Glory Hole. That was awesome. I wish I could have stayed there all day. It was
How
that
big's
was like, 'cause
how
we
big's that
were in,
hole?
huh?
How big's the hole?
It's a good size. Like it's you could have you could get away with a few little things. Not really a tight hole, but you can kind of. It's like the way it's lined up with the sidewalk. Like what's fun is just trying to send it from as far as possible. You know what I mean? Kind of just flip inverted and just try to drop right into the hole. But there were huge, massive power loops. But it's just the setup, dude. It's like you sit in the center and it's like awnings, like a perfect square around you, and it's like, oh man, it was yeah one of my favorite days of flying that I still remember actually. And I remember we're en route we're going to Orlando, and then we're leaving the barbecue bando event, and then somebody gave me the pin for the glory hole, and we found out it was only an hour away from or hour and a half away from where we're gonna be staying in Orlando. And then asked wifey is like, cool if we stop in, she was like, all right, cool. Then so on our way to Orlando, I made a pit stop at the glory hole and ripped there as long as I could.
They're laughing because
broke
I
a lot,
asked how
broke
big.
some stuff too.
They're
Huh?
laughing. They're laughing because I asked how big the hole was.
Oh,
uh,
that's
yeah, that hole, the hole looks like it wouldn't be that hard to hit, but it does look like it would. I know, like when you watch videos and see something like, "Oh, that's easy," then you go there and try it, and you're like, "Damn."
yeah. You kind of do have to warm up to it a little bit. It's kind of like when in the goggles, everything looks a little bit different. But by the end of the day, I was trying to do dumb stuff for sure. Because I was,
Can you get on the roof to get it if you don't make it?
oh, I wouldn't know how to. No, if you don't make it, I don't know how that quad's coming down. You got to send a rescue quad with a net or something
No,
because it is tall. Like the hole is really high up. It's like at least 3 stories. Yeah, yeah, great. Yeah, it's like 3 stories up, and then inside, I'm trying to picture like imagine the whole. Man, I got to plan. I got to do another Florida trip. Actually, I think somebody it might be time for an Ohio trip.
yeah.
Never been to
Hypno
Ohio.
Hypno said something about it earlier somewhere.
Yeah,
He said, "When are you coming to Ohio?"
Tobias, what's up? You like the drift chases? Thanks, man. Love chasing drift. That's probably an old message.
I think I saw something else. Let me look back.
Warm up to digging the hole. Yeah, that's funny.
Um, I I know Cricket was posting again recently. I don't know if he's posted. Uh, I know he posted a few videos probably 2 or 3 months ago. I don't.
Yeah, I think I was leading up to Rampage, so I noticed Vanover did the same thing. I was like, I guess everybody, even Bubby, was posting more frequently leading up to Rampage.
Did you go to You went to Rampage, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah, Rampage is awesome. That was my second time. Went last year and this year. I
Did
was
you?
in the freestyle competition.
Oh, did you reading it? You were in top 10.
Yeah, yeah. So I got the free bamboo 3D printer, which is badass. So I don't even use my Ender anymore.
Yeah, I went to Austin Spired's house and I saw that the bamboo printer, and that thing's
Yeah,
crazy.
he
That
well he
thing's
got
crazy.
he got first place, so he got the fancy one.
Yeah, he all his is nicer than yours.
Oh yeah, for sure. His got to be.
But he gave
So I
me,
think he has the ASM auto color changing and all that crazy stuff.
yeah, he gave me some prints. Like here's you can see it in 30 seconds, but
Yeah,
that the prints are freaking nice, man.
yeah, dude.
It's like
And the print's fast too. I'm waiting to see it.
it looked weird because of my green screen. I don't know if it'll look,
Oh, okay,
but
yeah.
it's so
The green
smooth.
screen.
It's so smooth, man. Like
Yeah. No, bamboo. Yeah, they're doing something right over there, dude.
I
And
ne-
like I said, it prints so much faster than like my old setup.
I never even
It's like
heard of I never even heard of bamboo printers until recently. I don't know if they just came out.
yeah, I don't know neither, but I feel like they showed up and showed out, and that's probably what I mean. It was a good move by them, kind of, I guess sponsoring Rampage, kind of giving away all these um, 3D printers because I mean, word's getting out, and I know a couple people who saw my printer like who wanted to get a bamboo printer now. I don't know. I mean, they're gonna, yeah. I think they're here to take over.
I think I think Props Off is here. Props Off. I think he has the mini bamboo one. I think I don't know what it's called, but
Yeah, the A1 Mini. Yeah,
I never even heard of him until Rotor Riot until Rampage.
yeah. I didn't really hear. Yeah, I didn't know what they were talking about with the free printers. I didn't even know. I when I made the top 10, I didn't even know. I had a Rusty call me and told me, "Yo, dude, you want a 3D printer?" I was like, "Oh, for what?" It was like the Rampage thing, dude. I was like, "Oh yeah, bet." But
That's cool,
no, that was
man.
pretty awesome. Just kind of, I mean, Rampage. I mean, they always hook you up. You're not leaving Rampage without something crazy
Did
where you just get tossed out into the crowd. You kind of get your money back on at Rampage.
or like in the freestyle competition? Do you, like are you nervous? Was it nerve wracking?
Oh yeah, heck yeah, dude. I wrecked both times too. I fried my main quad. I fried my that's what I had it on a FedTech G4, and I fried that the day before, and then Phantom, man, Phantom came out clutch out of nowhere. He had a G4, threw that on there, try to get, but at least, well, I had it for going home. I just something to replace for that quad. Ended up using a different quad, but it's just like I knew I was going to be great for the because you know where they set up the event. I've always thought it was weird. It's like I feel like we're kind of between flight lines. I'd be more comfy in the what they call it, Vandalland. Is that what it's called? But anyways, but I was just happy that I made the top 10. I was surprised at that. I almost even put in a video. I was like, oh no, it's gonna be a lot of rippers of this thing. So I was just happy to be a part of it, honestly. But it was nerve wracking. I did feel much better when it was behind me. That's for sure.
Um, yeah, it's like people try. Like Austin told me, like the first year he was in it, which was last year, he said he was really nervous. He said this year he wasn't as nervous, but like he said, like when people start yelling, like cheering for you and stuff. He said like that was
Yeah, yeah. He like, oh, I gotta do something else cool. I'm gonna do something bigger.
like
And then boom.
I don't see me making the top 10 ever, but like if I did, like I would be so nervous, man. Like if I go to fly, like if say you're having a competition and I need to come up with a minute video,
Yeah.
like I will fall apart doing that, dude. Like I fall under pressure. Like if I go fly and then like oh they're like they need a minute video, then I could take something and make a video out of it. But if I go to actually do it, like I can't fly for some reason, man. I just fall
You
apart.
just forget like what do I know how to do? It's just like
Yeah,
I know more tricks than this.
yeah. I don't know what it is, man. But I'm not very smooth when I need to be.
Sometimes I just got to remind myself to stay within myself. Don't try to fly like and just be the juice man and see where that takes you. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I get kind of caught up in when you see what everybody's doing online, like what's trending as far as FPV goes, and I just have to kind of remind myself is like, man, I got my own lane. Just to stick to doing my thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. I don't know. Like I'm bad at like trying to do new stuff too. Like I don't know. It's weird. Like I just like if I go and try to like do stuff, I don't have fun as much. So like I usually just go fly, and if I do something that everybody's doing, it's cool. Then I'm like cool. If not, then
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I just feel like it's just a necessity. Like, I got to make sure I have this in the bag. You know what I mean? Even if I don't do the trick all the time, if somebody calls me, yo, can you do this? It's just like shit. I could give you one. You know what I mean? So I always maintain. I always try to at least let me make sure I'm keeping pace. I don't want
yeah,
to just look like the old guy who just oh yes he's got two tricks but he does them really well.
you can do a power loop and a Matty and a.
Yeah, and they get it like deuces. I'm out. Give you everything I got.
it took it took me forever to get Matties, man. I don't know why. Like I'd watch so many videos and try to do them, and like I just struggled, man. And then one day I just got him. Like MFR, I was fine with him, and he was doing them. He's like, just flip over, man. It's easy. And then like I saw him
Just flip
do it.
over.
I saw him do it, and then I was like, it just hit. Like, but I don't know that trick.
I'm still not great at Maddie. It's just because I always have to slow down so much for me to like initiate a Maddie. And I like to keep things in the flow. And usually, if I get decent flow going, like I'm flying kind of fast at that point. You know what I mean? Where you kind
Yeah.
of hold that line, you're just kind of maintaining your speed, and you're just like, okay, we're kind of cooking. If I try to throw a Matty in there, it's just like I've done in the past, where I try to, it almost looks like I'm doing a juicy flick and trying to come back through the Matty because I just came into it so hot.
Then
And I just yeah.
if you
So
come into,
sometimes I like I avoid a Matty just so I can stay in my flow. You know what I mean?
I like to start out with them a lot. That way, like
Get out the way
that,
first.
yeah. Well,
I
then
got
it
you.
looks like you're just starting off your line. You know what I mean? You'll hit a Matty, then, but like I know what you're talking about. Like if you hit him like and you're already in the flow, then you're like I'll hit him and then I'll do like a front flip is what I'll do.
Yeah, yeah. You just just like you're doing some parkour over whatever you
Yeah.
uh, But yeah, so I just kind of, and I always kind of in a lot of situations too, it just doesn't feel natural. It's like I know I'm forcing it, you know what I mean? I'm trying to force in this Maddie somewhere, and I'm like, you know, just trust the flow, go with the flow. If it takes you to a Maddie, then go for it, but don't try to force it into a line. That's what always messes me up.
I still like to do them because it took me so long to do them that like almost every time I go fly, like I'll at least do one, just kind of like I don't just to do it because I can do it now.
Yeah, you gotta go, you gotta throw. I mean, you gotta keep it. Not like riding a bike, right? You gotta,
Yeah,
grease the wheels. You gotta send them every now and then just to make sure you still have it in the bag.
like
So I've had days where I went out to fly and I really like. I think I forgot how to fly altogether for real.
what's your favorite trick to do?
Um, what would be? I don't probably. I guess probably power loops because power loops always kind of. If I need a second to kind of figure out where I'm going to take or like a recovering for something, just throw in the power loop and I get to see things again and kind of continue the line because I'm never. So I don't really look at like I'm always going for a line. You know what I mean? Not
Yeah,
like a trick. Does that make sense?
yeah, I feel. Oh yeah, I feel you for sure.
Yeah. So it's like every now and then I'll kind of like let me work on this trick and be like lumpy style, just big evil Knievel trick. Boom, I'm out of here. But I'm more kind of like what makes it fun for me is like looking at wherever we're flying and like how can I connect everything? You know what I mean? Like is there one flow line I could just ride till I get back to myself? That's kind of more exciting, more fun to me. But I might leave me where I'm just doing a bunch of split S's, side rolls, or maybe a juicy flick here and there. But it's all to kind of help me navigate through wherever I'm flying and get that. Something satisfying about that when you're getting that nice locked flow line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's one spot where I fly. There's only like a little dive gap, and there's like it's an abandoned grocery store, and it has like a awning you can like do power loops or fly around. Then there's like a dive gap spot, and then there's like a shopping cart, like where the shopping
Okay.
cart return. And when I fly there, man, like I always like kind of try to do like a line because it's just like it's perfect to like work on like about a minute. It's about a minute of flying, man. Like you can, I try to make it. I try to do as many tricks as possible without looking like I'm doing as many tricks as possible, and
Yeah.
try to like put them all together. And it's fun. Like I might go there for 5 packs and then just try to make like one good line. Like
Yeah,
one,
dude.
it's
Sometimes
fun.
that's all you get out of the day, man. It's just like, okay, I got 15 seconds I could post.
Yeah. Well,
And some days,
since like shorts and Instagram and TikTok now, man, like I do post a lot more and I do try different stuff now because of that. Because before, like I would try for like a full length video. See, but man, you
yeah,
gotta,
you're trying to make a one pack. Yeah.
yeah, you gotta get a minute in at least before you can
Yeah,
even,
yeah. Now 15-second banger still works.
yeah. Like, yep, there you go. That was 15 seconds. I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that it started concerning me. That's kind of why I'm doing more like I think we were talking about it earlier, kind of more videos where, a bit more transparent with the audience because I know a lot of people they assume all these freestyle videos we post is just like that's just how our flying looks all the time. Like, dude, that's the best of real of the day. Most of the day I was crashing and failing. This is just a tight little 30 seconds I got out of it that was clean. You know what I mean? Like, I tell people all the time, I promise you, your favorite FPV freestyle pilot crashes way more than you do.
Oh
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. They'll go fly 10 packs and then take 2 minutes out of all 10 packs and post something
Yeah,
fire.
yeah, yeah. But out of the whole day, it's just like it's not like you're setting up a pack and you're just God mode every time you fly your drone. It's just sometimes you get these tight sections. You might get a one pack and stuff, or you might have a good day, but most of the time that's not how it's going. You're just happy to have that minute.
Yeah, I like that. I like that you can post on Instagram. Like I didn't forever. Like I ignored Instagram, and um, then when I started like TikTok, whatever, probably like a year and a half ago or something, then I started taking my TikToks and just making them for Instagram too. But then
Yeah, yeah.
that's kind of like I like that now, man. Like it just it's a different motivation too. Like even if you don't, if you have a crappy day flying, man, you can still have something cool to show people. But
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Sometimes people like fail videos, dude. I've had some pretty cool fail videos, you know?
all my one of my best shorts that I had on YouTube, man, was I did like a power loop into a dive, and
Hmm.
I didn't pull out far enough and crashed, and like I was just happy that I almost made it, and I posted it, and like I had all
It
kinds of
blew up.
comments and like likes, and like I was like I couldn't believe it. I forgot how many views I had, but it was like
Yeah.
it was my best one at the time. I think I beat it now, but I was like, dang,
Hmm.
people like to see crashing.
Yeah, people like, people like watching other people fail, dude.
My when I flew at that bando, I hit a few good gaps and then crashed coming out, and I want to make that edit. Probably, I don't know if I will tonight. I might stay up late and do it, but I think I'm gonna add some of the crashes because I had some good lines going, man, and then like I'd crash like towards the end of it. Well, I mean
Hmm.
that ended the line. So, but I think I'm gonna post it and put. I have two or three good crashes in it.
Oh, nice. So you kind of finished the line with a crash? Yeah, people like that.
Yeah.
Big bang finish.
Well, like, cause I would do like one trick and land it, and then like go for another big like at that bando, man. Like you can hit about to hit it like a real good line. You probably need to hit two or three like big tricks or decent tricks. But
Yeah.
like I was always crashing on my second or third one, and like so my runs were like instead of being like closer to like a minute or a minute and a half, 2 minutes, they were like 45 seconds, and I would crash like on
Yeah.
the second big trick. So I think I'm gonna leave those in.
Yeah, yeah. Leave the crash. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of people, that's what they're sticking around for. That's when you
Um,
could throw it in the title, it'd be like big crash at the end. A lot of people hang tight just to see the crash.
like wait for it, wait for it.
Wait for it. Yeah, yeah,
Here it comes. Here it
yeah.
comes.
Wait till the end, right? We need that watch time.
Um,
Emotional damage.
hey,
That's funny.
I'm gonna let you guys vote. Do you guys want me to give away a gift card to Rect or a Rect T-shirt? You guys have a. I'll give you guys 1 minute to vote. I'm not really keeping track of the minute, but
When it feels like a minute.
yeah. Uh, man, I was gonna say something. Um, I forget what it was now. Oh,
You forgot.
the crash, and I was just thinking about that, man. Uh, there's one T-shirt. Let me make a list here. Card. Smags, you always win. One T, one card. J Rod said shit.
T-shirt,
T-shirt.
card, shirt.
It looks like a
Shit.
shirt. I only see what one card, two cards, three cards.
The cards are coming in.
Don't vote twice, Smags. You're going to be voted off the island or whatever. Voted off the stream. Shirt. I have one, two, three, four, five shirts. One, two, three cards. Has it been a minute yet? You think? 45 seconds. You guys still gotta wait around for the giveaway though, because if not, people might leave. Just like waiting on the crash. Wait for it. All right, so we got five shirts, one card or three cards. Shirt it is, Lambo. All right, and I talked to Rec today. They're going to give me some stuff to give away. Also, they didn't give me anything yet, but they're going to give me some battery straps and stuff. So next stream, I'll probably do a couple giveaways. This giveaway here is from my Patreon money. So once again, thanks Bullfrog, Rec, Big Ben, Lambo, Dizzy Dean, Hypnos, and Dinstar. Thank you guys for being my patrons and helping with the giveaways. Yeah, Big Ben, he's the weakest link for sure. Hypnos, we need to do that ASAP. All right, we're going to give away a T-shirt. Um, if you want to win a T-shirt, say T-shirt or shirt or something. I'll write your name down. I'll give you guys a couple minutes for that. And only say it once, please. I don't have to keep reading back. I promise I'll look back at all the comments. Do you want to enter? Do you want to enter for shirt, Juice?
What now? Do
I
I want a
said,
shirt? You said?
yeah. Do you want to enter in for the shirt?
Oh no, no, no. I'm good. Let one of these guys win it. I forget about this delay. I'm just I see your lips moving. I'm just like, what? I didn't hear you.
I need to ask. I need to ask Miss Dawn how she does it. She like hers is pretty cool. Like you can, I think there's actually two screens you can look at. I don't know. Dang, Tobias, you only have 6 shirts.
The guys need some shirts.
I have too many freaking T-shirts. Like I'm a sucker for buying a T-shirt if I see one I like.
Gotta have.
Yeah, like like I actually just gave away some shirts not long ago because I had so many of them, man. Like let's see. So I have. I want to say everybody's name. If you don't hear your name, let me know. Lambo, J Rod, Big Will, Smags, Jenny, Tobias, and Big Ben. You guys are all entered. If I didn't say your name, let me know. What, Lambo? You forgot your R? How'd you lose your clothes?
So a split
A split. Oh,
two.
split 2 liter. Dang. Well, I hope you win, Tobias.
Yeah, Tobias needs some clothes.
All right, Lambo, J Rod, Big Will, Smags, Jenny D, Tobias, and Big Ben are all entered. I'll do the spin here in a second. If you guys anybody else wants to enter, I'll give you guys a couple more minutes. um. So yeah, this is going. This stream's been smooth. I figured it would be. Me and Hypnos, man, we had audio problems, and he didn't tell me what to check until afterwards. I don't know if he didn't. I don't know if he didn't think about it until afterwards, but as soon as he told me, it worked.
Fix the problem after.
Yeah, like he's like, I bet it was a port, and I'm like, I don't know, and then it worked.
You're like, I don't know what that means, bro. But
Well, like
yeah, dude, I
that's
am gonna have to roll out here in a bit too, because no wifey. I gotta spend some little time with wifey before she gets too upset.
all right. It's 10:51.
Oh yeah,
I'll
yeah.
at 10:53 I'll spin the wheel. Um, all right, you guys. I will not be paying attention. All right, you guys have 30 seconds to let me know if you're gonna. Anybody else wants in, then I will spin the wheel. Um, tell your wife, good looking Alan helping you make a video.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Yeah, I try to make her a part of, anytime she's game, but
Is
I've been trying to get her to one day, maybe I could teach her how to fly one, but she's just not into it.
Yeah, my wife has no interest in flying. I've tried to get her to.
Yeah, like I was like, we starting to sim. She's just like, nah. I'm like, all right, cool. You might like it. It's like, yeah, I'm sure, but no.
All right, everybody that said is entered. So if you say you're entered now, you're not because I'm going to be going away. If I'm sitting here looking like an idiot, I'm trying to figure out the wheel, so I'm not paying attention. Hypnos, his wife hates drones. That's not very cool. And you know what's cool? The wheel popped up from last times, and Smags and Jenny and Big Ben are already on here. So that saves me some typing. I want to make sure I get all these off. Smags, Jenny, Big Ben. Tobias, I hope you win. You need 7 shirts.
Get to buy some clothes.
Tobias, if you don't win, hit me up and I'll send you a rec shirt anyway. Let me see. Tobias, Smags, J Rod. And shout out to J Rod. He was like my first FPV buddy. He doesn't fly.
Yeah.
He doesn't fly anymore, but I still talk to him. Let's see, Smags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I missed a big wheel.
Big Will.
The homie, the homie.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, guys. I'll bring the wheel up now. All right, man. You're going to disappear for a second whenever I let me just figure out what I'm doing here.
My bad.
Yeah, this when I go to do this, I always seems like I mess up. Where I forget where I put everything. I like. All right, there we are. Let me see. All right, you're going to disappear in a second because it's just easier for me to do it. Sorry, you're going to disappear right now. So I'll get you back in a second, though.
Cool.
Bear with me, guys. I'm making this. Can't remember how to do it. There it is. All right, guys. You should be able to see it. I want to make sure you guys can before I spin it. Give me 30 seconds. I just made it big. Oh, I forgot to hit. That's why. Hold on, guys. It'll be another 30 seconds. Let me make it bigger. I forgot to hit the transition part. Come on. It's just like it's taking forever. There it goes. All right, that's a long time. All right, guys, here's the spin. Good luck, everybody. All right, Jenny won. Congratulations. I know where you live. Congratulations, Jenny. Was that Jenny or was that Desmond? Jenny? I bet it was Desmond.
Get rigged.
Let me see here. I'll get you back on. Whoops, wrong one. Oh, crap. All right. We'll get you back on here. Now you're all big. Because I brought the. Well, crap. I'm trying to make you small before I get you back on here. Sorry, guys.
I'm coming, huh? Yeah.
All right.
You went now? Yeah. You good? I'm coming.
All right, you're back on. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Juice, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it. It's cool. I like how your new style for your shorts and stuff. Your
Oh, appreciate it, man.
I'll try to
Just
do something. I'll I think I'll try to do something like that. See if I can you can inspire me to be cool like that.
just have some fun with it, man. Just,
But all right, thanks for coming on. Go make sure you guys
man.
go
Thanks for
sub.
having me, dude.
Yeah, no problem. Go sub to the Juice. Um, I appreciate it, man. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming on. Peace.